We are so excited to say that this podcast is sponsored by Watermans.
Wait, the solicitors?
Yeah, but they're not like regular solicitors, obviously.
So not super serious and complicated?
Yeah, I would say they're a bit more straightforward kind of vibe, our vibe.
I can get on board with that.
For straightforward legal advice, remember Watermans. Welcome back, Piggy! Season 5, here we go! Have you missed us? We hope you've missed us. We've had a long day, but we're here finally and we're trying to bring the vibes.
We're starting on a high.
Because it's been exhausting. But if you're watching us on YouTube, can you see our beautiful new set?
We have an updated, mature, homely, wholesome, warm vibe.
We are elevated, mature queens. We felt like our set before was perfect and it was a far cry better than what we had originally. But this is more us. This is more our vibe, our style. And we can't take full credit because
we had the lovely help from 1126.
Yes.
Who are a personal shopping and stylist service.
This is not an ad, by the way. We
Not
love
an
them
ad.
very much and we asked for their help and they created us some mood boards. They basically just kind of got our previous set style and also just maybe had a little look at our sort of personal style.
Mm-hmm.
And then put together 3 mood boards. Both me and Zoe picked the exact one that we both loved.
Yeah.
And it was exactly what you can see in front of your eyeballs. And they just sent us all the links to everything. It was super easy. And then she kindly came and actually built the set for us today, which has taken a long time because we wanted to get it perfect.
It's the curtains are footery.
Yeah.
Like getting all the
Footery.
footery.
What's that?
No.
Homely?
Like fiddly.
Oh, never heard that phrase before. Want to add to the list?
Footery. Maybe now I'm thinking, do people say that?
Well, yeah.
No, they do. I've had the nod of approval.
Okay.
They definitely do. But anyway, yeah, so they helped us out with a set which we just needed a wee refresh, you know?
And what they offer as their services, so basically they're a personalised stylist service, but not just for your personal self in terms of your wardrobe, but also anything in your day-to-day life, basically. And we went to a dinner with our management, Becky. She had like a thread dinner with all of the people that are on her books, and the girlies are also on there. But anyway, I was sat next to Carolyn, and she was telling me about a service that they do, and it is, you can pay monthly. I think it's £25 a month, and you get their issue. It's called 1126, but 1126. And within this issue, she will like correlate a whole style guide for you with everything that's trending, anything that's just predictions, so many things. It's really useful, especially if you just have no idea what to wear. But also included in that price, you get 2 personalised outfits styled to you with links to shop.
I think that's brilliant, by the way.
I've never heard of a service like that, and I am 100% going to pay for that.
No, same. And also, it actually just looks like an old school magazine.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's got a picture of something and then it's got where to buy it, the price.
I miss them, do you?
I know. You just don't, that's just not a thing these days that you really use.
But I think the problem is with magazines is it's just full of either complete shite gossip, celebrity gossip, which just tarnishes everything. And then you never really have a magazine. If it's Vogue, it's full of ads, full of full page campaign ads. There's never really a magazine that you can get. You can actually get full use of information from it.
Yeah, this is not getting any of that stupid shite in between.
Yeah.
The important bits.
So we thought we'd just mention that, and we're definitely going to try and get the girlies on the podcast, maybe on a Patreon, aren't we?
Just to explain how they run their business, really, because I find it so, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Inspiring?
Inspiring or fascinating, that's it. That you can style someone else when I find it so hard to style myself.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean? Like things that suit body shapes and stuff. Whereas I feel like that's what I'm actually not good at, because I want to wear things that don't work with my body shape.
But I think another thing is what they do is they come to your house, and she was telling me this because I said, I've got so many clothes, but I've got nothing to wear. I think we all feel that way. We've got loads of things in our wardrobe, but nothing to wear. And she's like, no, we also do a service where we come to your house, we'll put everything out on your floor, we'll put outfits together for you, you'll try them on in front of us, and if you like them or you don't, but we'll tell you what pieces you're missing from your wardrobe. So like elevated staple pieces that are good quality that will last you time and time again. And I just think that is a service that I need, because sometimes I just can't be fucked to think what to wear. And also I want to look nice and presentable, but you know, I'm just always flinging on my gym leggings, which is not a problem, but
you know what else is like that? See, when you're doing a wardrobe clear out, you realise what you've got.
Yeah.
So see, for like maybe a month after that clear out, I feel like I'm quite good at dressing because I remember the different things I have.
Yeah.
But then I forget again. Or I fill it with new shite that I'd wear once.
Anyway, so we thought we'd just tell you who did that, because we always get loads of questions of where things are from in our studio. So maybe on another episode we can go through bits and bobs if you want to know where it's from, if you like it yourself. But we've still kept some things that we're from our old set, and we still think it's got that feel. But we love it, and we hope you love it too, because we just are so excited.
If you don't, tough tits.
Tough titty witties.
Anyway, since we've been gone,
I can't breathe from the first sight. Well, a lot has been happening, guys. What the fuck?
You ready?
Yeah.
Right, you kick it off.
So since we've been gone, I've been to Croatia.
I've been to Mallorca.
I went to south of France.
I went to Madrid.
Tommy and Molly broke up.
Oasis are back.
What the? Julie Isabella got married.
And the weather's still fucking shite.
Fucking shite. Honestly, we've read some new books. We've watched lots of things on the TV. Love is Blind. Wow. Love Island finished. Thank God. There's loads of new phrases that we need to get on board with, because we're not Gen Z enough, like Brad Farmer, so demure, so what's that bollocks everyone keeps saying?
I don't know, but we always need to put it in a chat for a description, because I just don't know what it means.
Lunch and a yap, yap, yap. We're not down with the kids, but we're gonna do a section this season of where we're just going to talk about what's going on in the world, and we could try to be better, more Gen Z humans.
I actually just need to act my age.
You do? I think I keep you young half the time.
No, you do. The group chat keeps me young, and I'm the youngest in it by quite a bit.
Yeah. No, we're joking. We absolutely love being... Well, are you a millennial?
No, I am. I'm 1 year. I'm on the cusp.
Yeah.
Which I think is so telling, because I couldn't be further from being a Gen Z.
We're millennials and proud, and I'm sure most of you guys, we all love a little bit of this chit chat. We actually do. I'm only joking, but sometimes it's hard to keep up.
I can't keep up. And my For You page on TikTok's just not these things. Mine's like...
you tag me in it, it's so funny.
It's really questionable. Anyway.
And have you seen, we've got professional cue cards now. We're not going to have our phone, so it looks annoyingly awkward. But yeah, we're going to try and have a little bit more structure to the show. Maybe not so much in this episode, because we want to have a big fat catch up. And when we asked you guys what you wanted to hear from us today, it was, did you see all the responses?
Just everything.
Everyone just kept saying, everything. There was like more G's as it went on. Everything. So we'll try. But yeah, going forward.
So today is just a catch up. And then over on Patreon, we're going to do the questions that everyone sent in. On an Instagram story the other day. But moving forward, at the end of each episode, we're either going to have a random thoughts section.
Yep.
A spit or swallow, which we're only going to do
when we have something.
When
really
we have something,
yeah.
And then the other one will be a lot on your plates.
Yeah, which we were still going to be asking each other what's been a lot on our plate each week, because that's the core to this poddy wad.
Absolutely.
So, what's been a lot on your plate?
I like what you did there.
I like that.
Well, I literally just got back from Madrid.
So you did?
2 days ago. And it was bloody roasting. I couldn't believe the heat. Like, I've never felt dry heat like that before.
Right.
Like, you couldn't get a breath of fresh air.
And we all know you get a bit claustrophobic.
Claustrophobic, Darren. What I was saying to Jess, and everyone I've spoken to about it since, to be honest, is it's so weird that it's not at the coast.
Yeah.
Which I know people are probably going to be like, well, not everywhere can be at the fucking coast, right? And I get that. But it was the climate of it, and being in a place that's that hot and stuffy, and there was nowhere for a breeze.
Was there not even a river like there is in Paris and London, like
no.
the Thames or the is it this Seine river? Seine. Fucking hell.
River Seine.
River Seine.
No, well, not that I know of anyway. The only sign of water was a little lake in a park that we went to that you can go in a boat, but it's like Strathclyde Park size. In fact, probably smaller than that. So that was quite strange, and I think if I gave advice to anyone who was wanting to go, I would say don't go in maybe like July and August when it's so warm, because the streets are all like typical like Spain little town streets where it's all really narrow. There's just loads of tapas bars, blah, blah, blah. But there's just, we kept being like, where is there an edge?
Yeah.
Like, where is there a bit that it opens up? Because it's tight right now.
Yeah.
And anytime we walk down like a big hill or anything, you know, that way you just feel that you're going to get to the bottom and it's going to open up and there's going to be water there.
Yeah.
There just wasn't. That was quite bizarre. But apart from that, it was so good.
Yeah, I definitely
I would really recommend it. There was great shops, loads of just amazing tapas bars. There's loads of rooftop bars as well.
Is there?
We went to one called 360, which is in the top of, what's that? I don't know how to say it. It's RIU. Riu.
Not
Plaza
sure.
Hotel. Mm-hmm. I think it's quite a known chain. But I would say this rooftop is a bit kind of like a New York viewpoint kind of vibe. Like you can pay €10 just to go up.
Okay.
And like walk about it, and there's like a glass floor that you can walk along, that kind of thing. But they've got loads of nice seats, like the menu's really nice, good drinks, good food. Mm-hmm. So we actually sat down and were there for about, honestly, I want to say 3 or 4 hours.
Lovely.
Drinking and eating. But when we asked for a table, they kept trying to put us in the shade, and we were like, no. We're not from here. We want in the sunshine. Thanks. So anyway, I would recommend that. Do you know what another weird thing was? No one really speaks English. Do you not think that's quite strange for a really... Is that not the capital of Spain?
I don't know, actually. Oh my God, we're terrible at this, aren't we?
I think Madrid is the capital of Spain. And don't get me wrong, I'm not bothered by it, because who am I to say that you can't speak English? I can't speak Spanish or any other language, right? But it's just quite unusual for going to Spain. And not
I love that though. I personally love that. When I go somewhere and they can't speak a word of English, I'm like, fucking fab.
I do too, but we were having to get right in about our Spanish.
Like playing like Pictionary with them.
Yeah, and you're like doing all these actions for like ice. The first day we got there, we went to the bar. And we were asking for an extra glass because there was only 2 of us and Abby was just about to come and meet us. So we'd asked for an extra glass for the sangria. And they kept just bringing, like, it was like, it took them ages to understand what we were asking. Then they brought a tumbler with ice and it was just difficult.
Yeah.
And I'm like you, I'm not bothered. I actually think it's a nice sign. Mm-hmm. But it's when you order...
got your Google Translate up.
I know, but do you know what it is for me? It's when you order something and you're trying to say it, but you're struggling. And then they question you on it. And then you get that nervous, embarrassed way that then you answer in English again. So it's like you just don't really have like the fluent accent to like keep it going. Because then it throws you off when they don't know what you're trying to say. And a few people were laughing at us trying. Like waiters and stuff. I was like, that's actually a shame.
Dumb bitches can't even learn the basics when they come into a new country.
I know. But I did think that was quite bizarre for such a popular place.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
I mean, I guess if you were a waiter at a restaurant, when they employ you, it's probably not, you don't need to speak English to work there. No, I wouldn't
imagine so, no. The other thing I would recommend was, we actually went and it was too late, but the lake that I'm talking about is in a park called Retiro, I think it is, and it's like a nice little lake and you can go on rowing boats. Mm-hmm. And it's meant to be really nice at sunset.
Nice.
So we did go for the sunset time, but we just literally missed like the last, like sitting, if you like, for the boats. So we just watched from afar. Like we weren't on the boat, but we just watched them. And that was lovely. And you get like a wee takeaway pizza and
that sounds
just
nice.
sit next to, that was really nice. But apart from that, just stoat about and go to tapas bars and get sangria.
Sounds perfect. So what you want on a girls' trip, isn't it?
2 places we went to as well at the start didn't do Aperol. I thought, well, we're not in Italy, are we?
No, we're not. You need the sangria.
I know. But you can't drink sangria all day. Like I'm pissed.
That's heavy. Yeah. You should have cava sangria.
No, well, we actually get white sangria sometimes.
Yeah, like white
wine. Yeah, because Lindsay really loves that. But a few places didn't do that either because it's not the typical.
Wow. I definitely need to add that to my city break list.
You do? Absolutely.
Love it.
Anyway, where have you been?
So since we spoke, I went to Croatia, which is a Defective Festival with my dad, my stepmom and my sister. I went there last year. I think I've spoke to you guys about it before, but honestly, it's probably one of the best places I've ever been. I don't love Tisno as a place in Croatia, and I actually I'm not crazy about Croatia either as a place. And I mean this in the sense of I don't love the food and I'm not too crazy about the heat and the cobbly beaches. But there's definitely beautiful parts of it, but it's not easy to jump from island to island. It's quite, you know, if you want to go to Hvar, then you can get a ferry to Split and blah, blah, blah.
They're quite far apart.
Yeah, and then I had to fly I think I flew to Zadar this time, and then I drove my dad picked me up, and then we went to Tisno. Anyway, it's not even about that. We even stay in like a sort of caravan park. It's not even there's no sort of even semi-luxury hotels are saying it's like a sort of static home, but it's actually nice and what we want and what we need for the festival vibes. Yeah, totally. We were there last year and I loved it, so it was good to go again. Anyway, the festival was just amazing, and I just can't explain it. It was probably one of the best holidays I've had with them. That they've really been away with my dad, my stepmom, and my sister. So like I was 4. It was so nice for my dad to be away with us.
Yeah.
And then they're really into house music. So my dad's always been into house music since I was young. He used to collect, like, you know, do you remember Head Candy? Mm-hmm. So my dad used to be massive into Head Candy. And then it's gone on to like Glitterbox. So I'm sure most of you know what Glitterbox is, but we think we like Glitterbox, but we don't when it compares to my dad and Emma.
Right, okay.
Like, they know every single DJ. They've been to see them and travel to all soul weekenders all over the UK. They've got their group of friends are all soul music lovers. So they're into all the Facebook groups, and bless them, they're proper fans of it, okay? Like, they're staying at Pikes in October for my stepmom's 50th. And they're going to the last Glitterbox. But anyway, so we went and I managed to get some friends and family bands for them this time, because I know one of the guys who's the head booker there, called Andy Rayside. He's one of the nicest people on this planet, and he's Scottish, but I've met him here years ago, but stayed in touch, and he sorted me some friends and family wristbands, which, as you can imagine,
VIPs.
They were blown away by just being able to be close and touching distance to like a DJ. Like,
does that mean you're behind the DJ?
Yeah, so we were behind the DJ. If you wanted to, you could stay at the front, but if you wanted to send at the back, you can.
Oh, if you get the opportunity to go behind the DJ, you're doing it.
And I think to the point where my stepmom was like, I don't even dare stand at the DJ booth. Like, I feel so like imposter syndrome. I was like, Emma, just enjoy it. They honestly had the best time. And for me, watching them live their best life made my trip.
That's nice.
Do you know what I mean? Like, even though I had the best time. So anyway, I also managed to get them onto the boat trips. If anyone's going to Defected, you'll know that it's really, really difficult to get on these boats. They're like old pirate ship style boats. So there's nothing fancy at all. But there's minimal tickets, and there's like 3 or 4 a day. And there's 2 DJs that go on it. So they love 2 DJs called Moose T and Dave Lee. Dave Lee is actually Joey Negro that sang Go On, Make a Move on Me. But he also is known as Dave Lee. And then Moose T is the guy that made I'm honey, 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 honey. But they do loads of other songs, but that's their original songs, okay? So anyway, we got on their boat. I was on their boat last year. It was the best, but my dad never came on it with me. And we stood right again, the exact same spot where we did last time, right next to them. And even Moose T remembered me. He was like, oh my God, hi. Like, because it's such an intimate experience. And again, just seeing them two they kept looking at me like, I can't believe we're here.
That is so cute. I can't cope with that.
Like, no, I just cannot. It was amazing.
I bet they were doing that thing we say to do.
Yeah, this is their first time living too. Like, it was honestly like, my face is hurting from smiling, but they genuinely were so buzzing.
Bless them.
Like, even like in my dad's garden, you've been, but in my dad's garden, they've got a Glitterbox bar. Everything is about music for them. So
love it.
So yeah, that was probably one of the best trips. And just honestly, if you ever get a chance to go to Defected Croatia, I really recommend that you go. And then I took my mum to South of France for her belated 60th. I've just come back from there quite recently, actually, like, what, two weeks ago, a week and a half ago?
Yeah.
It was definitely kind of what I expected it to be. I wish I had more time to plan it properly. Now I 100% want to go back, especially with you. But I'm
just laughing at you saying, I wish I had more time to plan. So we've been booked for a year.
But you know what I mean? Like,
no, it all comes out so quick.
What I mean in that sense is, it's not like I had the time to plan it, but I didn't think I needed to plan it as much as I did. I thought I could just turn up there and just wing it.
It's more that you hadn't been before, whereas usually you've been where you're taking your mum, so you kind of already have an idea of what to do and how long it takes and where it is compared to this and blah, blah, blah. But you didn't have any of that.
But with south of France, like actually traveling the Riviera, like I said I would stay in Nice, which a lot of people tell you to base yourself there.
Yeah.
But traveling to and from all the other places, like I was let down massively by Monaco. I really didn't like that at all.
I told you, you look in one direction, it's like Benidorm.
I do not understand the hype, and
I don't.
I shared it on my story, and 99% of people responded saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
However, there was a couple of people, and they were people that I knew as well, that said, you need to know where to go with Monaco. And I just thought, that's fair enough, right? But all the other places that I went, I found something I loved. I don't want to have to go somewhere that's so hyped up to then go and find the little secret places that are nice. I should surely, from the hype it's had online or just known, have liked something about it, and I really didn't. Didn't help that it was extremely hot. Do you know what I'll say? It had so much wealth that it was almost tacky. That's what I'll say.
No, I think I agree with you on that one.
And my friend who works on Super Yachts messaged me like, oh, because he's there all the time. And I thought, he'll know. He was like, go to Café de Paris, which is the bar that's opposite the casino, which is 100% a tourist trap. But I walked in and the service was rubbish. We paid, I think it was €50 for one margarita and a Fanta lemon and a water. And I was like, I actually can't cope with this. Like, this is just a joke. If you actually think about it, it's like, this is ridiculous. You needed your passport, by the way, to go into the casino, which we didn't have, but I wasn't that bothered. And then we went to other villages like Menton, highly recommend. Antibes, blew me away. I want to stay there next time. Villa Francais, I think it's called, which is just slightly away from Nice. Loved that. Ez. I really like that. I didn't get to see much of it though.
Up the big windy hill.
Yeah.
Quite scary, that drive.
That's another thing I think I would say. A lot of people told me not to hire a car because the transport links for the trains are amazing. But I think if I went again, I probably would.
It's just easier when it's in your own control though, isn't it?
Yeah, not that the trains were a nightmare because they weren't, but when I got to Ez and the train station, you're not actually at the centre, so you've got to bear that in mind. Like, that's what I mean. I wish I knew all this stuff before about each different place, and now I can visualise it and picture it. I definitely would plan.
Yeah, when you get to, I'm just trying to think, I'm sure we got a train, but when you get off the train, you need to get a bus.
Yeah, that's right. Around the windy roads.
And I think we started walking, and then we thought, no, fuck that, because it was absolutely boiling, and you need to get a bus. And that's the one that takes you like right up to the wee town that's all the wee like tiny streets and shops are in them.
So I didn't get to explore that because when I got there, I was like, Jesus Christ, I felt like I was in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Also, Cannes. I didn't really get to explore that, and I'll say this really quickly, but the weather ruined 2 days of the trip, and I booked the, is it La Garette? I might have said that wrong, but it's the restaurant that, if you've been, you'll know it's where they spin all the napkins. It's meant to be really fancy, but it's extremely difficult to get into. Luckily, my friend who works on the yachts knew the owner, so he was like, oh, I can see what I can do to get you a booking. I was like, thank God. He did. I was like, I can't believe it. And then turned up. All the trains were cancelled to Cannes, so we got an Uber. It was €90 to get this Uber. So I was like, okay, right, well, it's the only option to get there. And then they were like, oh, sorry, the restaurant's shut. We posted it on our Instagram. I'm like, oh, because I'm checking your Instagram story, am I? What the fuck? Anyway, so that was cancelled. Then we got to Cannes, the promenade, to go in one of the beach clubs, which, again, there's loads of them. It's meant to be amazing.
Yeah, there's just things everywhere there.
All shut because the Cannes Firework Festival they were prepping for that. So, yeah, it was a little bit of a disaster for a couple of the days, but we still made the most of it. The taxi driver saw me again, dropped us off. I think he felt sorry for us walking the streets, and he was like, oh, what are you doing? Dropped us off at another nice place called Golf something, and it was really nice. Like I think taking a local or a taxi man's recommendation, you're never going to get it wrong, really.
I know. It always wins.
But yeah, the weather was disappointment, but apart from that, I would 100% recommend south of France, and I would definitely be going back. I want to go back with you next year, 100%. I think it's amazing for a girl's trip.
It was quite a nice text that you sent me, actually, about that.
What did I say?
I just remember you saying something like, I was just thinking it'd be so fun if I was with Zoe, and I thought, you're not wrong.
Oh.
Also, it's nice that you thought that about me specifically as an individual.
Do you know what I was thinking? Me and you have never been away together, just me and you.
I was thinking that the other day.
Why not? Why have we not done that? Why?
No, I was actually thinking that the other day.
That makes no sense.
Abroad. We've never been abroad, just the two of us.
But why not?
I don't know, it's so peculiar.
The amount of times we spend together and we work together, we could actually go and work there.
No, I know.
Right, we'll make that our mission, even though the summer's over, but...
No, but we could go anywhere, anytime.
True. Anyway, that was me. And then you also went to Mallorca.
I went to Mallorca, which the Patreon pigs will know. I stayed in the worst area ever.
Oh, I know. That's a shame for you.
I'll just quickly go over this so that no one else makes the same mistake as me. But we stayed in Playa de Palma. If you translate that, it means Palma Beach.
Okay.
That's the Spanish coming through there.
Yep.
And it was basically, if you're looking at the map, Palma's in the middle, Magaluf, Santa Ponsa, etc. are down to the left. I was same sort of distance, but down to the right.
Okay.
So I thought it'll be fine. Look, there was loads of... I just do a quick zoom into the map to see if like restaurant
and there was
emojis
loads.
come up, and they come up, right? So I thought, fine. The hotel was so nice.
What was it called?
Iron Park.
Right.
It was a HM, or is it HN? HM. Iron Park. It was so nice. Rooms were lovely. It had a few different pool options, but not like big like thingy pools, like big family complex.
Yeah.
Call it. Just like
it was adults only then.
Adults only as well. Food was really good. Everything was nice. Everything was nice. Nice gym and everything. But the area, that was literally one street behind the strip, essentially. And there was not one place I wanted to eat food there. It was tragic. And it was full of big, massive groups of people, all with football tops on. And it wasn't Euros related, by the way, because I was there during the Euros. But it was just, that's apparently where loads of them go. It's kind of like a second Magaluf now.
Right.
That a lot of people who are from Europe go.
Okay.
I think like Germany, Dutch, like loads of people from that sort of neck of the woods go there as if it's their Magaluf.
Okay. Right.
So it wasn't ideal, but we were only a 20-minute bus journey into Palma. So we went there maybe like 4 nights out of the week. So it was fine. A couple of nights we just stayed in the hotel, had food at the restaurant, the football was on, and they had a massive screen out the back with like comfy seats and couches. So just we drank football. It was quite a good atmosphere because it was Spain that was in the
so it was
final.
Who won again?
Spain.
Spain. Of course.
Because it was against England, mate.
Of course, why? I can't believe I forgot that.
I know, it feels like ages ago.
That was a shame. I know you didn't care because you didn't want England to win, but...
No, I
And to be honest with you, I did want England to win. Yeah, I did.
My main reason for not wanting England to win is just because the people are annoying about it.
No, I get that. Totally get that.
But anyway,
you know what? Some of the memes though at the time, all the Scottish people just with all the they go so hard with it, don't they?
Like, why did people up here have Spanish flags outside their
honestly,
house?
That's like, oh, Scotland, you do make me laugh.
That's how much you just don't want England to win.
Yeah,
you don't really care who wins, sort of thing. But a lot of people do love Spain though, because they've got a lot of like players that people love and things like that. I guess. But anyway, but apart from that, it was a lovely chill holiday. I just think Mallorca just does the job, doesn't it? Yeah. But I think as well, our location made us just really chill most days. Like we did a day that we went on bikes right up to Palma, which was really fun. And we did that again one day, like just not as far up. But we usually do a couple of boat days and like go to different areas, but it just made us chill and it was actually nice. Mm-hmm. Just to relaxation. You
read a couple books?
Oh yeah, my reading on holiday. Court of Thorns.
Did you finish it?
Yeah. Not as sexual as everyone's saying, quite disappointing actually. Didn't love it until I was probably 3/4 of the way through.
No, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
That is hard, I know. I only didn't give up because I can't do things like that. But what I will say is I've not went on to the next ones yet because...
And they're meant to be better, aren't they?
Yeah, but do you know what it is? It's like... It's kind of when you start a really deep season or like TV series as well, and it's like you then can't do anything else in that time, whereas I wanted to read other books. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't want to just devote myself to like a 6-part book series when I want other books in between. Yeah. So I've only read the first one and now I'm reading The Housemaid is Watching.
So you are. So
I'm
my mum gave me The Housemaid. Mm-hmm. Which is the first one.
I'm reading the third one first.
But my mum said to me that you can read them in different orders, but it probably is better to read them in order because there's other things in the third one that you won't.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
doesn't
there's
matter,
things
does it?
you would notice from the other ones, but yes, they're all separate stories.
Okay, makes sense.
I think it's just the person in it is the same person
Oh, okay.
in all three.
Okay.
Like the housemaid.
Are you
I'm
liking it at the
assuming.
moment?
Yeah, I'm loving that. I also did read Blood Orange on holiday.
Amazing.
And I loved that.
Yeah, Blood Orange is amazing.
I loved that. So I think after the housemaid is watching, I might read that one that you finished. The Silent Patient.
Silent Patient, yeah, so good.
I'd like to read that.
I started It Ends With Us, got halfway through. Not for any reason I didn't stop. I actually was loving it. But while I was away in south of France, my mum finished Verity.
Oh,
She
classic.
loved it, which is coming out as a film. Did you know?
Yeah, I'm buzzing about that. I hope it's good though.
Yeah, I do. And then she said, oh, well, if you're not reading that book, whilst I wasn't reading it at the time, she picked up It Ends With Us. She only flipping passed me, didn't she? I was on like page 120, went to a beach club for the day. She was halfway through by the end of it. I was like, Mum, you read so fast. She's like, no, I just don't get distracted like you do. I was like, fair point.
Correct.
And then she ended up finishing it, and because she could see where I'd folded the page, she was like, I can't believe you stopped there, because two pages later is where it all starts. And I'm guessing that's where older Atlas comes in, because I said to you, I never got to meet him in the book.
Right, okay.
And can I just say one
you
thing?
really weren't far in at all, actually.
Do you know, can I just say something about It Ends With Us, right? I really, really loved it. But you know those diary entries to Ellen? I'm sorry if you are a mad fan, but I could not be fucked with them.
That was a tough gig.
I was skim reading past them, and I was like,
the same.
this is taking up half of the book. I do care about Atlas and Lily's past, but I've just felt like it was just pointless, continuous chat, like teenager novel shit. And I was like, I don't really want to read this. I
don't think we needed it. I think we got the gist of
that you're in love. But you know, the film, I went to see the film, by the way, and this is no spoilers, but if you don't want to listen, then fast forward just 30 seconds. But that actually isn't in the film. And somebody messaged me saying, I feel like they missed out so much and they could have put in the diary entries. And I was like, no, I'm actually so thankful that they didn't, because boring. But from the half of what I watched in the film, because you still need to see it, don't you?
Yeah.
Everything was as I imagined. But I do think they could have added in some other key things about the characters. But all in all, I really liked the ending. I obviously had no idea what to expect. I'd never met older Atlas. I didn't know the meaning of It Ends With Us. I didn't understand. I didn't get to any sort of domestic part.
Yeah. So it was quite a shock then.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of knew it was going that way, but
I cried a lot. I was like...
I've heard people are quite emotional at that. I'm quite intrigued to know if I'll cry.
Probably not.
Because obviously I'm not a massive crier at these things, but I will say it definitely comes more with age.
Yeah, it definitely does.
I'm more emotional now than I ever have been. Like, it gets progressively stronger each year.
It was the hospital scene for me. I don't know if it's in the same in the book. Near the end.
Oh, I can't remember now. Oh no, maybe I do. Oh, don't say anymore.
I know,
because I want to go and see it.
I won't say anymore.
And I am going to go and see it, definitely, 100%.
Go with your mum.
Yeah, I know I might. I don't think she's read the book though.
Oh.
And I think
that doesn't matter.
I know, but I
do think you will have a connection. I think if you didn't read the book, I think you'd watch that film thinking it was a bit crap. I do.
I know, like, I think my
it's got some substance to it if you know the characters.
Would prefer to read the book before seeing something like that, or else she might think it's a bit shit.
Yeah.
Whereas I just quite enjoy a film like that. Like, I know it's not easy to watch because it's quite disturbing, but like just a romance.
Right.
Quite easily pleased in that department.
We do love a little romance, don't we? I watched The Other Woman on Netflix. What a film.
What a film, by the way.
I saw it was in the top 3, and if you've not watched it, guys, just go and watch it on Sunday because it's so fucking good.
I love films like that.
I had never seen it before, Zoe.
That's a good film. I feel like I should give you a list of things like that.
Yeah, like girly films.
Yeah, because that's really my genre.
Yeah.
Of films, for sure.
Easy watching.
Yeah.
Couples retreat style type films.
You must have watched Blended.
Isn't that with what's her face from
Drew Barrymore?
Drew Barrymore, yeah.
Yeah. That's a classic. Have you watched Just Go With It with Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler?
Yes.
That's a good one as well. I could give you a list.
50 First Dates.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'll pull a list together and I'll put it in the Patreon chat.
And straight after The Other Woman, I watched Notting Hill, and what a film. I mean, I've seen that before.
A film. No, that's better than all of them we've just mentioned. She...
I love it.
Do you know what annoys me with that song? Like, I really like it, but it's hard to sing.
Hard to sing.
Because it's just she.
She. Guys, buying your own house and flat can be so stressful.
So stressful. And I feel like as adults, we're just supposed to know all this stuff.
Did you know that it's considered one of the most stressful things you can ever do in your life?
I can believe that, by the way. All the paperwork, lawyers and all that. It's too much.
It's a total minefield. Well, don't worry. I have a solution that will make everything feel easier.
Ooh.
Just let our sponsors, Watermans, handle it all.
Will they pack my boxes too?
Not quite, Lizzie. But they'll definitely take care of everything else.
Perfect.
What do you want to talk about next? Because there's a lot.
Our event.
Our event.
Our upcoming Harvey
Oh,
Nichols
I was going to say
event.
we spoke about Dockyard. Oh, our upcoming event. Let's do it.
Yeah. So we're just excited to meet more of you at our upcoming event at Harvey Nichols.
Isn't that in like 2 weeks?
Harvey Nichols. It's on Sunday. When this comes out, it is on Sunday.
Holy moly.
That's coming around quick.
And we've got a lot of things to catch you up on there, and it's going to be nice.
That'll be a lovely, wholesome day. And if you are coming, I'm thinking, what would you want to know? Dress codes?
I would say quite nice, but not dressy. But you're going for a nice brunch.
I would say like a lunch and a few cocktails, maybe like
on a Sunday
for an occasion. That's how I would dress.
I would say if you were going to, this is maybe a bit extra, but if you were going to somewhere like Glen Eagles for the brunch on a Sunday,
okay,
with your friends, what would you wear for that?
Potentially a wee thong heel.
I thought you were about to say just a little thong. I was like, all right, sassy
Get the
queen.
arse out. I would say potentially a wee thong heel, or maybe like
jeans and a nice top.
Yeah,
jeans and a nice top.
A chunky loafer. I mean, trainers are accepted always, Mize.
Yeah.
But just if you're wondering, I would say that kind of vibe.
Yeah. But honestly, no pressure. And then we're going to be talking about through our few beauty bits. And then we've got a couple of little announcements. So it should be...
some news from us.
Yeah.
You'll also get a goodie bag, but all the beauty products that we talk about, you'll get a wee dissy.
Discount.
So if you're planning your financials for the rest of the month, if you're that sort of person, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I'm not,
and stock
but I wish I
was.
was.
I wish I was as well. Just quickly, Tommy and Molly breaking up, and I'm sure we're all over it now by the time this has come out. But you know, when it came out, all I wanted to do was speak on the podcast because
I know
my boyfriend didn't quite get it. No male on the planet gets it. Even I don't understand why I was so bothered. I'm
not ashamed to say I am bothered. I'm hot and bothered about that.
I'm not a huge Molly May fan, but I was bothered.
I'm not massive either, but I'm just, do you know what it is? This is a prime example of...
never trust anyone?
Well, that. But also what social media does to you, like the blindness of it. Because say he has cheated on her, right, which everyone is saying he has.
100%, by the way. That's the only thing that could have happened.
His stuff was in the skip outside their house. He's cheated on her.
This doesn't make sense.
But I just feel like since that, I went on and looked at his profile a couple of times, right? Just to see, if there's any progress or anything. Because I don't follow him. And looking at all his pictures with him, the captions and all that, I just think...
How could you?
But it just shows you. It really, truly just shows you.
Is that social media for you? Is that fame gone to his head?
No, I know. But do you know what I will say as well? And this could really bite me in the arse.
Yeah.
I do just feel a wee tiny bit sorry for him.
Why?
I think it's just the thought of like, there's a kid involved here. He did really love her. He's made a mistake. Or even if he's been really bad to her, right, it's not fine. But his whole personality, everything about him is getting ripped to fucking shreds online. And I know he made this choice. He knows he's in the public eye, but he's still a person.
No, I do agree with that. I do think that something like this especially could really damage someone and make them do something crazy. But...
and I saw the picture of him walking in the park holding Bambi.
Yeah.
And I just thought, at the end of the day, like, he's still this wee girl's dad.
Yeah, totally.
And I know he's done something to her mum, which is not okay, but I don't know. I still was just like... more so in the sense of, like, my heart goes out to you having to deal with, like, all the shit you're getting, but I don't think it's okay.
I feel like
if
the
he
Molly
does
May
something.
fans are just as cray-cray as the Taylor Swiftie
Well,
fans.
someone went up to him in the park and was saying, like, you cheated on Molly and all that. Because then the pictures I saw of him going out and holding Bambi, he had his dad and his other brother with him. He's obviously going out with people
Well,
now.
he's got a body. I saw him with the bodyguard when he took her for an ice cream.
Yeah, that's the same one I'm talking about. His dad was
Jesus
with him as well.
Christ.
But I'm really shocked by that. And I do think what really hit me hard in all of this, ridiculous we're even saying that, is that her sister was on her honeymoon.
Yeah.
And they're best pals, her and her sister. So, like, Zoe would have felt so bad being away and not being there.
Yeah,
for
not
her
being able to enjoy herself.
And also, like, feeling the guilt of I'm on, like, my really happy honeymoon.
Yeah.
And no matter what Molly says, does, whatever.
I think she was commenting on their pictures, though, to make people feel, not get any hate for being on the honeymoon.
No, I know. But regardless,
yeah,
it's just a shit situation, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. I do feel like that. I understand what you're saying with Tommy getting hate and everything, but if it's true, the rumours, you've been cheated on, and they are saying, I know this all could all be false, but there's rumours that he's got somebody else pregnant. There's rumours that he does it multiple times.
Yeah.
There's rumours saying that he went to Macedonia and then cheated on her, and as he flew back, within the hour of him landing, she put that public statement out on her Instagram. It was quite final. It was quite sudden. There's rumours that there was a video sent to her with clear footage, so she kind of fessed up to him. Sorry, he fessed up to her, and he paid off someone so it didn't go in the papers. There's all this stuff speculating, which probably would make sense for somebody to be so sudden, who is quite private with that sort of stuff. I know she shares a lot online, but she is quite private when it comes to maybe making like a rash decision like that.
Yeah.
When a week before she was saying how much she loved her fiancé and her YouTube, and
we're planning a wedding.
Yeah.
This is the thing, right? And this is what gets me as well. Usually when you hear stuff like this, the people involved don't confirm it for weeks, if not months.
She's got
and you don't actually know for sure. Whereas she wanted to get there before anybody else did.
And I respect her for that, but
that's
she's
when
got a
you
big
think,
thing coming out, hasn't she? On the 1st.
Yeah.
What do you reckon that is? Clothing brand, I heard.
I don't know, because then in her YouTube she did give you wee snippets and you could see what she was wearing. I thought, well, she wouldn't do that if it was clothes.
Interesting.
She was on location.
Anyway, that was the goss, and Richard was like, "Why do you care so much?" I was like, "Why don't you?" I was like, "You watch him box," and he's like, "So."
Do you know what I just think about? See, the minute someone sees that wee circle come up on their Instagram and it says Molly May and she's posted a story, like the insights of that story. Jilly'd put that in the chat. Like, I wonder what the insights of that story frame are. And I thought, I would pay good money to see that.
Millions and millions and millions of story views that would have got.
That's crazy.
Which means absolutely nothing when your heart's broken. Who gives a fuck?
It's wee Bambi I feel for, because do you know what else? There's just not going to be another baby as cute as
wee
her.
Bambi. She is cute.
Like, they're not going to create another baby that cute because they're not going to have anymore.
Do you know, I always think that about
maybe
parents
they'll
that
get a plot
split.
twist and they'll get back together.
I'd always wonder if there's any parents out there that have split mutually and they've created the most perfect child and they don't want to have children with anybody else, but then they think, oh, shall I just go and have sex with my partner again? And
that's what the Kardashians do, is it not?
Do they?
Yeah, like they all still have more kids with like
their exes.
Their exes.
Hey, if it works for you, who are we to judge?
Anyway, shall we finish on I've got a random thought and so do you?
Go on then.
Right. So whilst I was in Madrid, I looked at someone and I thought, see if I could have any superpower on this earth. I would want, the minute you look at someone, for there to be a wee boop box above their head, a wee speech bubble.
Like a sim?
Yeah, like a sim. And it would be age, name and location.
Yes.
But equally
age,
to that, there would be...
Occupation, I think, is a good one.
Yeah, so I then think 3 facts about themselves.
Okay.
Would also be good.
My favourite hobby, job, and their worst trait maybe? Or their best trait?
Or even like relationship status.
Yeah.
That's quite a good one. So I thought that'd be a really good superpower to have, because I just think...
That's giving Black Mirror vibes. That could be an episode on Black Mirror. You should
Right into that?
Right into that, yeah.
I mean, it is a bit oversharing to strangers, right? But I just feel, I look at people and I think, Like, what are you up to? Like, who are you? Like, what are you up to? Do you know what I mean?
But do you know how you resolve that, Zoe? You start a conversation with them.
No, I would rather learn how to get a superpower.
Excuse me, what's your age, sex, location? You'd know in 2 seconds.
But even if I'm sitting in like a cafe and there's a glass window and someone walks by, you just get the occasional
When
person
you're people
that you
watching,
think,
you mean?
Yeah, you just get the occasional person that you think, wonder what they're up to, or
Yeah.
wonder what age they are. Like, I don't know, just curiosity.
Yeah.
But so then I thought, what would your 3 facts be?
Ooh.
It's a tough question.
My 3 facts.
So I would see your name, I would see your age, and I would see where you're from.
Okay.
What other
Are they
things?
good facts or are they bad facts?
They can be anything. What other things would you want people to see?
Well, I suppose I'd want people to see my good side. I would want people to know 3 good things.
Right, well, what would they be then?
Oh my God, I don't know. I would say, like, sociable.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm kind.
Yep.
And I can cook.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
Good at cooking.
Yeah. Kind in the sense of, like, I would see good in someone. I'm not saying like I'm sweet and kind, but I would say like I'd make you feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. Friendly.
Yeah.
As well, I think you're quite.
What about
friendly.
you?
Oh, I don't know. Obviously funny.
Yeah.
I think that's quite a given.
I think you need to say funny/dry, because you're not funny ha ha. But
I beg to differ.
No, you are, but I mean, like, your sense of humour is dry.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Fine. But you're not allowed dashes, right?
Okay.
It's just
Okay, funny.
So we'll just say funny, or we could say hilarious. That's maybe better.
Okay.
I don't know. What else? Like that people would want to see.
Loyal.
Then I'd maybe make more friends from people seeing these facts about me.
Yeah.
Funny, loyal, and extremely attractive.
Yeah, but
although
they
can see that. They can see that with their own eyes. That is true. What else? Perfectionist. Although that can be a negative.
Yeah, but somebody might be like, I really want someone that is going to be clean and tidy and organised in my life, and she's the one for me.
You could put organised up there, but only with certain things. I'm not an all-rounder as organised, not at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope you all have a good think about that.
Yeah, have a good think about what your 3 would be. That's actually quite a nice exercise if we were saying it was somebody's good traits. What are your 3 best things about you? Think it right now in your head.
Or even like what...
And it's not about your looks.
What's 3 words that someone else would describe you as? Quite like that one as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, thought that was an interesting thought from me.
I've got many random thoughts, guys. I'm sure that doesn't shock any of you. But when I was in San Sebastian with Richard, I was in this little tiny cafe, which, again, there was nobody in there that spoke a single word of English. In fact, hardly anybody did. And I loved it. But I was in this one particular cafe where it was just full of, I would say, elderly Spanish people.
Right.
And I sat there having a little croissant. I can't even remember what I was having. A little coffee. And I was looking around thinking, I just wonder what all these people are in this room are doing. Like, it was so...
Well, you would know if you had my superpower.
Very true. And I was thinking, I wonder what you all did. Like, what brought you to this path in life that you're also sat in this cafe with me now? Like, do you live here? You from here?
Yeah.
You clearly are from here. But then I thought to myself, what do we all have in common in this room? Probably a lot. But is there somebody in the world, this is my whole thought process, by the way. Is there somebody in this world that would walk through this cafe now with me, Richard, and all these local Spanish that we would all recognise?
Yeah.
AKA, who is the most famous person in the world? That if I was sat in a cafe in, I don't know, China, they would know who it was. Anywhere. Who would that person be? Because the older person probably wouldn't know necessarily who David Beckham was. My nan would, but maybe this old 80-year-old Spanish lady, maybe not.
I can give you a few.
Okay, so I knew the answer, and I said this to Zoe, and she got it bang on.
But thinking about it
But
now,
maybe don't say who that person is just yet, because I want you all to think.
Okay, take a moment.
And I was actually thinking about people that were dead. So I was thinking of people like
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson was definitely one of them. Marilyn Monroe. But what I was thinking was, if they were still alive now, would they be, Michael Jackson maybe so, but would Marilyn Monroe have been as famous now if she hadn't have died? Slightly like Amy Winehouse, and like, I'm not saying that they weren't legends, they were, but when people die young, they are remembered forever.
No, I know.
So yeah, anyway, got me thinking. Then I started getting out a list of the most famous people in the world. I don't know how the fuck they rank it, but they do somehow.
What must be the amount of people that know them.
Can I just say that there was only one person on that list, one person out of 100 that was British. Who is that person?
Who's the British person?
Yeah, who was it?
Prince William.
And by the way, well done, by the way. It wasn't Prince William, it was King Charles. But it was actually people that were alive or dead. But in fact, the Queen was the only female that was in the top 10 or 20. But what I was trying to look for was people that were alive right now. Mm-hmm. So the Queen was there. I think she was in the top maybe 5.
Right, okay.
But she was the only female that featured on that list for fucking ages.
Ridiculous.
Hated that. Pissed me off. And then it was King Charles, which I don't really think. Maybe they do. Maybe they would.
People are very into the royal family, though. More so out with their country, I think.
Yeah, that's true. But number 1 was Donald Trump.
It came to me straight away, didn't it?
Yeah. And I was like...
I bet you Barack Obama was on it too.
Barack Obama was 2, I think.
I thought that.
2 or 3. I'll have to try and find the list. But I thought it would be someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, just because it's football. But then I thought, no, that old granny probably wouldn't know who that was.
No,
I know
probably not.
But yeah, I found that really interesting. Like, who is the most famous person in the world? And it was just crazy.
That's crazy.
And last night I have one fun fact. Every night I'm trying to do something because in my little deep hole of the internet. And I was like, what is the number 1 highest grossing film of all time? I've not asked you this yet.
No categories.
I'm not giving you a category, but the top 4, number 1 and number 3 are basically the same film. It's not that old. Number 4 is old, and number 2 is Marvel. I'll give you that. Of course it is. Do you know what it is?
Number 1 and 3.
Number 1 and 3. Now think about, you guys, if you're listening, think about when this came out. It was mega. It was IMAX, or like, maybe not IMAX, but it was like 4D. It was, I think maybe AI, was a lot of shit going down.
Avatar.
Well done. That took Richard flipping ages.
And by the way, I don't like that.
I actually did quite like it, but number 2 when it came out, that was number 3, by the way, the second one. I didn't love that. But I think people that are real film geeks appreciated how much.
What was number 2?
It. Number 2 was Avengers. Is that Marvel? Have I made that up?
No, it is.
Yeah. And then number 4, okay, this one's a good one. And now let me give you some clues.
Okay.
It's a true story. It was filmed years ago, but the actual true story was back in the early 1900s. The actual film core storyline is fake, but it could have been true. No clues, but that is bang on.
I got nothing from that.
Did you get that from my description? Sorry, Murray's just mouthing things here. Guys, are you screaming at the podcast? What is it? It's a romance, but it's a true tragic story.
Top Gun?
No. But you're on the right line, right letter.
Titanic?
Yes!
Right. Oh, I get your action now. That gave me plain.
Guys, I love shit like this. I'm such a geek. And can I say one more thing? What is the most expensive film ever to make? This was a quick Google, so this could be wrong, but I think it's quite accurate.
Is it quite a recent film?
Yeah, there's loads of them. And it's based on something true, but from billions of years ago.
Lord of the Rings?
That's not true. Scary, but it's based in modern times, actually.
Scream?
Right, Zoe, you think that cost a lot of money to make?
The Purge.
Jurassic Park.
That's not scary.
Dinosaurs are scary. Jesus Christ. T-Rex coming at you, you'd be like, oh, he's not scared.
Oh, let me touch you. Let me touch you. Come on, somebody.
Remember that when we did that on that shark? Oh, boogie, boogie, boogie.
Anyway, let's wrap it up there.
To bollocks as always. We're back. We hope you missed us.
Probably not after that.
Oh, fucking hell.
Anyway, as always, and especially important now.
Yeah.
If you follow us on Instagram, please like, comment, answer our question boxes on our stories, engage with us as much as you can.
Because that's how we create the content for you guys, and we need you to help us. But if you could follow us on a lot on your plate pod on Instagram and TikTok.
Yep.
YouTube, please like and subscribe on YouTube. That would really help us. We have no idea how and why. Well, we're told to say that.
So we're saying it.
So yeah, please do that. And then if you really do love us
and want more, join us on Patreon.
Which never stops. Never stops. Never sleep.
But what you should know is we've actually added an extra to Patreon, which is a monthly giveaway.
This month was a £200, £100 voucher for
ASOS voucher. £100 ASOS voucher you could win.
Just something from us to say thank you every single month. And all you need to do, there's nothing you need to do special, no follow and all that bollocks. You just need to comment an emoji. And
that's all.
We'll pick a winner. Simple.
It's as simple as that.
And there's a nice 30-minute vlog on there that we posted last week. If you like that sort of style of content from us, that's over on Patreon. You've got the group chat. And then, of course, you've got the monthly episodes, specials. And you've got 4 extra bonus episodes each week. The side dishes over there.
Yep.
All for $3.99 plus VAT per month.
VAT. Anyway, if you want to hear more from us this week, we'll see you on Patreon.
We'll see you on Patreon. If not, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye, guys.